Hi tubers, and welcome back to part 3 of this ct90. Right, let me get all this stuff out and show you what I've been up to. Let's crack on. Well, I guess you're wondering what I've been up to. Well, there's the first new thing. You've probably seen it. Bought myself a ramp, saves me squabbling on the floor. And it's a game changer. It really does make a difference. Anyway, back to the bike. I've rebuilt the engine, top end. That's working pretty fine now. I've rebuilt the other engine using the bits out of that engine. Been cleaning up. I've got the lights working. Lights work. Lots of things just coming in, just doing a little bit here and there. Cleaned up all the back end, cleaned the wheel up. And today's job is, if you remember, if you look at this, the amount of oil and stuff that was on the front wheel, brake, all over everywhere. Well, it turns out when I strip the forks off, well, if you can see that, that is a crack all the way down the leg, and that's where it's come from. It's obviously froze up or something at some point and split. But 2 minutes ago, we've got another set turn up. Finding parts for this has been a bit of a nightmare because I wasn't in the UK. So that's what takes time as well. But we're getting there. So today's job, we'll have a look what these forks are like, and we'll start cleaning the front wheel up, brake hub, and see how it goes. So in a click of a finger, there we go, there's the old ones, and just like that the new ones are on. A lot better than what was on there. I think I paid about £55 for them from D&K, or two wheel spares, depends what part you go on. But yeah, they'll do me a treat. They've got the gaiters with them, so that was a bonus. Although I've ordered some from China, we can always slip them on after. But it probably took me an hour to sort out, get it on. Still haven't touched this lot yet. That's the next thing. We'll get this cleaned up, get that wheel cleaned up. At least then we'll get the front wheel back in, and if we want to take it off the ramp we can. So let me push on and get some degreaser and get this lot sorted and try and get the front wheel back in today. Well, I could bore you with 10 minutes of video or more of me doing this, just cleaning this up, but I don't think you really want to see this, do you? Anyway, the engines that we done, I had 3 of the barrels rebored and done a cracking job on them. I managed to get some pistons for them, and I haven't tried running that engine yet because of working on this. It's built up. At some point I'll drop it into this frame and test it. But yeah, it's all going okay at the minute. But you know, Christmas, New Year wasn't that good. I couldn't really do much. as you know, I used to come up here, so my dad got his interests in this, and then when my dad passed, I carried on. Well, just before Christmas I lost my mother, so now I've got more time to do this. So I've got loads more time that I never had, so I'm gonna probably get some more projects on the go. But I had bought another bike in the meantime. You might have seen it as little, what was it, no, it's not QR, it's a PW50. I'll put that, I'll show you that one of the days. A nice little bike, spotted on the marketplace. Turned out to be one of my mates who was selling it, so I got it at a really good price, so we're well happy with that. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. I think it's this disease I've got of can't help myself from buying bloody bikes, where I should be just out enjoying myself, but I think this is more enjoyable than going to the pub and all the rest. So, do you want to carry on watching me do this? I don't think so. Right, I'll bring you back when I've done a bit more on it. Well, there you go, looking good, nice and clean. If you're wondering what I'm using to get all that grease and stuff off in there, it's basically clutch and brake cleaner. That's what I use for degreasing. Does a cracking job. So that's done. Next thing, try and get this wheel clean. Have a little bit of a tidy up. And while I've got that there, get that cleaned. As you can see, this is really thick. So the clutch and brake cleaner, wherever I put it, we'll get it. I'll just slop it on. Let it soak in a bit. I'll let it start breaking down this stuff. You see how easy and quick it's fetching it off. Well, it won't take long, probably half an hour, and we'll have it done. Yeah, it soon rips into it. And you can see how thick that was. There you go, to the difference of a brake cleaner. There you go, get yourself some of that, soon rip it off. Just using a soft paintbrush, don't need anything more. Right then, I'll carry on with that for a bit. So, I've had a little play today. We've got the front wheel back in, we've got the forks in, the brake works. There you go. It's all cleaned up, looks a lot better than what it did. So we'll just keep moving on with it. Still loads of things to do, but I think I've had enough for today. But we'll get it together. So I'm going to have a break and I'll bring you back when I start again. Right, it's the next day. after putting the forks in. So I put the forks in, everything was sweet. Headlight was a problem. I got everything working on the bike, but when I had to take the headlight, all this off and droop it all down. When I put the ignition on, I've lost the horn. Thought, it's not a problem. We'll take it back out. Found the wire that was missing. Brilliant. Horn works now, where it was this morning. So, wherever the button is. So we got the horn back. But then, I got no backlight. And I searched and searched. And I couldn't find the wire. But it dropped down here, behind here. And I knew what wire I was looking for, but I couldn't find the brown. Eventually found it. Brilliant. And then I lost all the electrics. And I got nothing. And apparently, I must have blew the fuse. But you know what happens? You're searching everything. Last place I looked was the fuse. But we got it back. So now, we'll try it. I've got it on the charger at the minute. I'll go see if it should start. Should have backlight. Right light. I hope. Anyway, things going well. Next thing I want to take off is this. The steering lock. We haven't got a key. I haven't got a key that fits that, so we'll have that off and we'll mess around, get it apart, and then cut the key that we've got for it to match. No, the key we've got for it we will make work in there. That's pretty easy job once we can get the lock turned the other way. So what we got to do next? Oh, on this engine here we haven't got a manifold for the carburetor. Now I don't know if, I know some of the subscribers are in different countries and they may be able to locate one better than me, because I can't find one in the UK that'll fit, same as a carburetor. I can get a Chinese one like I've got on this one, but I'd like an original one if anyone's got one or wants to sell one, or the manifold. Right, back to this one. I've got an oil leak. And another thing, I've got an oil leak here. From here. It's dripping down here. I need a new seal. The only place I can get one is from China. So that's going to slow me down again. Airbox. Can't get airboxes for love nor money. So I'm going to have to come up with something for there. I might just stick a disc in there. A little smiley face on it. This, I can get the plastic for it, but it's the best part of £100, which I don't feel like I want to spend that sort of money. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and get Julie to make a cover for it. At least we could have a Honda on it or whatever. A bit like that sort of thing. See if we can make something like that to go on that. Cover the wiring up, at least it'll tidy everywhere up. Another thing I've got is a fuel leak. Fuel leak. I think it's this fuel we're running. This E10, or even the fuel pipes, just going brittle, as brittle all the while. So the tank's got to come back out. We'll have a look at that. Oh, right, Barry at Huggies. Anyway, back to this. We're coming on. I think there's going to be another video on this as we go, and I'll bring you back after that. But thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Much appreciated. And I'll catch you all later.